Behind me is the construction site of the Africa Medical Center of Excellence, a state-of-the-art medical facility born out of the urgent need to address inadequacies in healthcare, particularly in non-communicable diseases, not just in Nigeria, but across Africa. The African Medical Center of Excellence, AMCE, in partnership with King's College Hospital London, welcomed distinguished guests, including the Deputy President of the Nigerian Senate, Barau Jibrin, and the President of the Africa Export-Import Bank, Benedict Orama, for a tour of its facilities. The tour began with an opening remark by Professor Benedict Orama, who highlights the urgent need for this facility.
I think it means a lot to average African. And when I say African, I mean African of global Africa platform. Not necessarily whether they can access healthcare facilities or not. Because what it does is it stands as a symbol that we believe will help us restore our dignity. We are building a foundation, sowing a seed that will also make it possible for drugs to be trialed here on the continent by Africans.
Africa loses billions annually to medical tourism, with many seeking treatment abroad for conditions like cancer, cardiovascular diseases, and sickle cell anemia. The AMCE aims to reverse this trend by providing world-class care right here in Abuja and attracting Nigerian doctors back home.
One of the key objectives for the African Medical Center of Excellence was to bring the excellent Nigerian clinicians back home. Any place you go, whether it's in the US or the UK, at the very top of their fields, at the very top of any specialty, you're going to find Nigerian doctors and nurses. And so it is easy for us to identify those who are interested in coming back.
That's Brian Dever, the CEO of AMCE, who took the delegation through the facility, introducing some of its cutting-edge technologies, including a cyclotron facility.
The difference in these isolation rooms is they need to be sucking air out all the time to make sure that contamination is not affecting them.
This technology, currently scarce in West Africa, will ensure faster and more accurate diagnosis, saving countless lives.
We have two of the latest technology linear accelerators that are coming in, Varian for treatment of cancer, in addition to our brachytherapy. From an imaging standpoint, we have some incredible equipment that doesn't currently exist in Nigeria. And then, of course, we have our cyclotron, which is going to be producing our radioactive isotopes.
From screening, we have a digital mammography. So women above 40 can come in for screening. Those who have lumps, we can detect it, and we would also be able to help with cytology. We have advanced theaters as well as nuclear medicine.
As we celebrate the promise of accessible and quality care, a pressing question arises. Will this care be affordable for the average African? President Orama addresses this concern.
We want to make this sustainable. So we know that the facility will charge commercial rates. However, the board of the African Medical Center of Excellence, has approved the establishment of a foundation, African Medical Center of Excellence Foundation, that will have two purposes. One is to provide funding that will subsidize the treatment of those who may not be able to afford healthcare in this facility. The second is a foundation that will fund research.
The tour concludes with praise from dignitaries who hailed the project as a symbol of Africa's potential for self-reliance and excellence in healthcare.
Nigeria had to bid to receive this center, which is going to be the first of 5 across Africa. But it's incredible. You know, when it comes to tertiary medical services, I think this center will be able to rival the rest of the world.
This center is one of a kind on the continent. It's been meticulously planned, not just the people, not just the equipment, the operations, patient accessibility. It's a one of a kind and it's a game changer for the medical industry in Nigeria.
Set to commence operations in June 2025, the African Medical Center of Excellence represents a leap in addressing non-communicable diseases in Africa. As construction progresses, the anticipation builds for a new era in accessible and quality healthcare on the continent. Nkechi Nana, Arise News, Abuja.